Guys, Rich here. We're looking at this 56 Chevy truck for a potential online buyer. And what we're doing, we're going to do this, the filler detective here test. You know, for somebody who is maybe thinking about making a purchase sight unseen or something, this can be a useful tool. It's certainly no substitute for, you know, just a detailed video. But what we do is with this filler detective is you can see here that when it's not up against metal, or when it's up to 1/4 of an inch of Bondo, which would be a lot, this thing is gonna beep this red. When it's up against like good metal, it's going to show green. Okay, anytime I would get it off the metal like that, it's gonna alarm. So what we do is this felt pad, we're just gonna kind of run this around the car to some of the suspect areas. As you can see, there was maybe a 1/16 there. Anything a 1/16 to even an 1/8 in some areas is never really an issue for me. You got to skim coat these vehicles anyways. So you can see right here, this would be an area where I would expect to see quite a bit, and we're not getting any at all. I mean, barely. So bottom of the doors, another suspect area. You can see it looks like we're starting to ping on a 1/16 a little bit, but then it's a green light, a little bit of a 1/16 there maybe. A little bit. Let me move over. '16th maybe. Nothing to get too worked up about. This will be a real kind of true test here. You know, the cab corners are always going to be an area on classic trucks that are kind of an area that you need to be a little aware of. So I'm going to say this had a replacement cab corner. Okay, that's what I would gather from that, is a replacement cab corner when it's all green like that. So that's okay, that's a good work. Also, this is an area where I would not expect to see really much of any. So yeah, just barely here. Yeah, just like I expected. I wouldn't expect to see any really there. Same with the rear fender. Yeah, these are pretty easy areas to replace. So you know, usually the restorer will just replace this whole rear right here. You know, there's not going to be any Bondo. I mean, there's going to be some here in this bed part, but I mean, this is all, you know, pretty good to go from the factory, or from the after it's sandblasted if it's not banged up, or if it was a repop, you know, it's good to go after that. Got a little bit here, a 1/16 maybe, just a hair. Nothing really to speak of. Pretty pleased with that. Looks real nice. Same thing here. Yeah, no issues at all. You know, machine's working, right? Yep. Okay. And right here, this cab corner, another area we could expect to see some, but obviously it's just been replaced. We can even look back here a little bit if we can get it flat. And it's not flat, that's the issue. You can see in there how it's not flat. So we turn it flat, and yeah, I'm gonna say these cab corners were just replaced. So lower door on this side, this is real nice. No issues, all green lighted. Yeah, that's killer. Nothing not to like about that, really. I mean, so we got a 1/16 of skim coat here, maybe in this little area down here. It's barely reading. Yeah, pretty pleased with that. So we can look up here too, just to kind of say we did the whole truck, I guess. Yeah, all green light, you know, good to go. If I remember, there was a repair up here somewhere from the underside, and what this tells me is that it was a good metal repair. You know what I mean? Like somebody somebody cut the bad out and put new in. They didn't just put body filler in, which is, I mean, that's what you want, you know. It was one of these tops. There was a little patch that had been done. And again, same thing. This is what you want. You know, you want this little felt tip sometimes leaves a little scuff. That's what you want, though. You want somebody to replace it with metal. You know, you don't want something that somebody just said, "Hey, I'm going to put Bondo in it." So, guys, I mean, you know, honestly, it really doesn't get much better than that for a classic truck. I don't know what else there, what other areas would be areas that we would want to see this thing work. But like I said, this thing is just a tool, you know, a useful tool. It never takes the place of a good video or good pictures or anything like that. But I want to say one other thing too. In the video that I had posted prior, this grill had like some bleed through. This grill had like some bleed through here. I have since had this grill repainted since the last video, so you can see it's pretty fresh now. I mean, it looks fresh, clean, tidy. And I also had this vehicle polished as well. So I did have this thing professionally polished, and it turned out really, really nice. So I can't start it here at the airport. It's on display in the baggage claim right now, but this thing has been polished. It is running and driving very well. This is the one area that, you know, this wouldn't be hard to get touch-up paint for, but if I was a tinkerer, I would probably just grind that down and just make it look a little nicer. I mean, it really wouldn't be hard to make it look a little nicer. I just, you know, our shop is so backed up right now. I'm just, you know, doing some little improvements to these vehicles and then moving them down the road, you know, making sure they're safe and sound and running and driving well. So, all right. Okay, guys. Like I said, Rich at Ultra Motorsports here. We are, I guess we'll call it on location at the Fort Wayne International Airport. And we're looking at this 56 Chevy truck. Thanks.